what's happening? Erin here with Busy Brain Bold Faith. So today I'm doing a funny video because one of my family members left the freezer door open last night. We just got a new stand-up freezer, so we know it's not working is that the door was open. So a whole bunch of my meat and vegetables and food I had to sort through, clean up the mess of some leaky beef juices and whatnot, and now I have some meat that I need to cook up and got rid of the frozen pizzas. So I have about 5 packages of hamburger here. I have some cooked turkey, a whole bunch of frozen vegetables. What else do I have? Some ribs, and I also have an apple crisp that we can cook up tonight. It was fine, it was in the freezer, but it could be thawed fine. I had to throw out some seafood. I Googled it right away after I came to my senses and didn't freak out completely, because we also had just invested in a whole bunch of beef. Now, luckily it had crystals on it, and it says online as long as it's not thawed right out, like there at least half or 3/4 of it was still frozen. Thank you God that it was. So I put it in my other freezer and we're gonna go with it. So I got some cooking to do. If you want to join me, let's do it. So I'm still learning how to do YouTube videos, and I don't know how to get the right angles with this, but I'm just sauteing up some mushrooms and gonna chop up a whole bunch of onions to add into almost like a beef gravy type situation, like a mushroom beef sauce that I'll be able to put with noodles down the road, and I can just refreeze into packages. So I just took some vegetables that were all in a big bag and had thawed out, and now I'll just bake it as is and maybe have with a piece of toast or something for supper. Super easy. I'm just gonna put this in various casserole dishes and get on with the rest of the meat that needs to be cooked. Marinara sauce here. I have beef and gravy with vegetables and another marinara sauce here. In this crock pot, I took a cup of ketchup, half a cup of vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I had some garden tomatoes my neighbor gave me, and a package of pulled chicken, and I'm gonna let this I'm gonna let this hang out and simmer in the crock pot overnight, and we're gonna have some pulled chicken as a result. Best part about the crock pot is leaving it overnight and waking up to a delicious smell. Okay, so I had an entire package of chicken thighs in here, and now I'm going to shred them with 2 forks and create some delicious pulled chicken that I can use in a variety of ways. A lot of it I'm going to freeze because my husband can have this on salads and in wraps. Okay, so I have 2 giant forks here. Simply just going to shred this chicken, okay? Breaking apart pieces. Now there's quite a bit of fluid, but that's okay. It's good to have the sauce built in, because if you have rice or noodles with this, usually you have rice with pulled chicken, I guess. You can sometimes have it like on a bun or with some coleslaw. It's just about separating it here with these 2 forks and getting kind of an even shredded feel to it. Man, is meat expensive these days. Oh, it's crazy. Up here in Canada especially. We have a beef hookup from a farmer locally, but yet to find a good chicken hookup. So for now, it's Costco. I'm gonna let it cool off completely. And then put it in some containers. Fall is really a time to get back on track with your health and get into the protein side of things and have like sweet potatoes, and you don't even really need a lot of starches when you're eating, to be honest. If you have some vegetables and protein, you truly don't need rice or potatoes or pasta every night. My girls do, because they're very, very active athletes. But for the most part, my husband and I have kind of cut back on that, and we're just really focused more on the proteins. All right, well, here is a delicious pulled chicken crock pot full, ready to go. So, what did I learn from this freezer debacle? Well, a couple of things. One, definitely don't freak out. Phone a friend, ask for help. I talked to my mom and then she's like, better deal with that seafood, better just throw that right out. Luckily, we had some fish that were all stuck together. There was quite a few cod or sole that weren't fully defrosted. So I threw that into the small freezer above our fridge. Any shrimp, clams that I had, and any poke salmon, I'm so sad, it had to go in the garbage because it had been completely thawed. And it says specifically on the box not to deal with that. Oh, we had spent money on good pizzas, sadly. Those can't be thawed from the freezer either. They have to be cooked from frozen. So sadly, they had to go in the trash. And also, my audio is really not so hot. So I ended up putting my headphones on for the last one, just so you know. But that is life. Those are systems that we have to deal with, right? Tech, for one thing, making videos. The other is the figuring out, okay, well, what to do when your freezer happens to be left open. That's a system, I guess, that we deal with, is batch cooking. And so if you're more interested in batch cooking, I might have some fun ideas for you to simplify any sort of chaos going on in your kitchen and inside your home. And I just want to remind you, double check that fridge and freezer before you go to bed. If it's in your garage, make sure that that's closed, because that is an expensive mistake. So anyway, thanks for tuning into Busy Brain, Bold Faith. I'm Erin Vogt, your ADHD system strategist, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.